Yo, it is good, yo, it's your boy Ty, back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best dark matter cards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM on a tier list. Now again, DBG does play more on next gen than I do, and I play way more and know more probably about current gen, but we're both very knowledgeable about the game. Shout out to DBG for making this tier list and making this reaction video possible. If you have not subscribed to DBG, which if you haven't, I don't know why, do me a quick favor, click this subscribe button, get him closer to that 300k mark, at least 270,000. If you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button, as we are on our road to 80,000 subscribers.
So
you guys can see there's a lot of dark matters here, though.
Dark matters.
A lot of guys here. So 100, he goes through this pretty quickly.
We are going to be putting them into their tiers. So
this is both gens too. So let's get into it. Let's get it popping.
We have got Alexei Pokashevsky.
Where's he at? B, A or B?
Alexei Pokashevsky.
I don't know where you're gonna go with him.
Into.
Don't put him in C tier.
I think he's gonna go B tier. I like him though.
I'd probably have him at B tier too.
I really do like him. I think
he's really good on next gen.
B tier is probably the most fair spot for him.
I do agree.
In terms of, well, just where he deserves to be. Because he's not very good on current gen. He's definitely A tier on next gen. He's not S tier on next gen.
He is good on next gen.
I'm just going to say this right now. He is...
Offensively especially, he's so good on next gen.
But for that reason, I'm going to put him into B tier.
I'm fine with that.
And we got Houston.
I'm not an Allen Houston guy.
Houston's pretty.
I'm just not an Allen Houston fan. I'm just not. I'm objectively not.
Houston is good on next gen.
I mean,
like, he is more than solid on next gen. Like, his
but
movement
DBG,
is really
nobody
good.
is using Allen Houston.
His 3-point shooting is good.
Like,
he's got blind.
Nobody's
got
using him.
So like, there's a lot of really good things about this card that.
If you grinded him and want to use him, I guess.
Kind of overlooked.
I guess, but
because he's really not good on current gen. But for me, if we're talking,
we'll see who else is in C tier. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's probably in B or A tier, so I'm gonna overall put him in C tier.
We'll see.
Like, I've used him on, because I play Luka at the 2 on next gen, and I've used him at the 2 instead of Luka, and they've been very, very similar.
I don't like that comparison. That's disrespectful to Luka, in my opinion. You can't compare Allen Houston to Luka.
So for me, I think this is probably the fairest spot to put him when we're combining the two gens.
But I get what you're saying.
I do believe on next gen he is at lowest a B tier player. I mean, you could definitely argue.
That's fine. At least he didn't put him in B tier. That's fine.
I mean, this guy's just being put in this.
Nobody cares about him. Get him off my screen.
AKS.
I do want to say the new dark matters that were added today aren't in this because this came out yesterday.
AK and Hito are two of my favorite players in the game.
Just AK and S.
And not even just players. There's,
I do think AK makes the best squad possible still. I do.
98 is my favorite release. So on current gen, whenever I go and play current gen, they're my favorite. And for all you saying, oh, you're being so biased. Of course I'm being biased. It's my freaking list. I play both gens. If I'm bad with a card, I'm going to say I'm bad with a card. Every card is 99 every single
And I would say so far we're fine.
Blinded by
what players,
what their names are. Every card is 99 every stat, lads. Don't worry. Use whoever you like.
Jameson, be careful here. Be careful.
I'm going to put Jameson B.
Okay, that's fine.
Because he's not spectacular.
I don't love Anton Jameson, especially on current gen. B tier is fine, though. B tier is fine with me.
Next gen?
He's better on next gen than current gen.
But he is absolutely spectacular on next. Like, he is, like, probably better Luka Doncic, except he plays power forward.
I'm fine with that.
The reason why he's still one of the more used.
On B tier, that is fine.
Like, if I'm looking at good players on next gen, he is still one of the more.
I would never use him on current gen, though.
Guys amongst the really good players.
Even on next gen, I think Jonathan Isaac.
I'm still half tempted. I would be half tempted to put Jameson in as my small forward. I think he is fantastic.
No. I saw JayCanada tweet today that Anton Jameson is the best player in the game. Hey, JayCanada, can we have a conversation, please?
Base is just
what in the Anton Jameson?
Ridiculously good.
So
for me, I think this is a fair spot to put him in B tier. Anthony Davis, B tier as well. He's 6'10".
On current gen, he's the best player at B tier. I'll say that. I don't want to sit here and exaggerate how good Anthony Davis is because I don't want to overrate him. But he's good.
On both gens.
He's better defensively than Bill Russell.
He's got a decent wingspan.
He's better. He's on current gen way better defensively than Bill.
But like, I just don't think he has much going for him. His release is fine.
It's okay.
It's by no means the greatest release in the world, but it's not terrible.
It used to be really good, but
so,
for today's game, it's as many people is getting XM and Kawhi base and Ray Allen base. It's just
and
not
this one's going to go into C tier, tier lower, but I do.
You got him at the same tier as Allen.
I'm going to go C tier for Arvydas Sabonis.
That's fine. I mean,
I just think there are so many better cards.
Sabonis is a cheese ball. You got to, if you give him a shoe, coach, he could be a cheese ball.
There's so many better cards than he can't play defense. Simmons.
Are you going A?
Simmons is going to go A, but it's a really close one.
That's fine. The Invincible Simmons is S tier, though.
None of you guys will know. If you use the 2 Simmons cards and you are just an average player,
there's going to be no difference in the 2 cards. I understand this. Like, and here's what I'm going to say. I understand this, but to say there's no difference, he has 20-plus Hall of Fame badges. Like,
there's a difference.
That's a big deal.
You're not. To notice a difference between the 2 Simmons cards, you have to be a hell of a lot better than I am at this game.
And it's not that you're going to notice a difference even at that level. Like, those badges, you're not going to notice a difference. But it might be the difference between you getting a defensive animation or not getting a defensive animation. It might be a difference between you getting a rebound, not getting a rebound. You getting a block, you not getting a block. You knocking down a white, you not knocking down a white. They're just slight differences. You have to be a hell of a lot better.
If you're winning, basically, if you are not competing against those guys that are doing well in tournaments, you're not going to notice the difference between 2 Simmons.
And objectively, this Simmons is better for his price, but to have them at the same tier, I think is blasphemy.
He's way better value, in my opinion, than the Invincible.
I agree. Yes.
But yeah, he's A tier. And like the big difference between this card and the Invincible
badges
is that the Invincible has a bunch of like post-scoring badges and DBG. A bunch of stuff that does not matter.
So badge-wise, back down Punisher, you're right. Doesn't matter. Fast break finisher matters a little bit. Lob City finisher, no. Put back boss, no. Teardropper, no. Drop stepper, Giant Slayer, no. So yes, I'll give you credit. 6, 7 of those badges do not matter. But then we're going to go to the ones that do matter. Tight handles, okay, it goes from Hall of Fame to only gold, which, I mean, obviously doesn't matter unless you play triple threat. Ankle breaker, important badge, goes up. Break starter, decently important. Space Creator, stop and go. Those all matter. Dream Strike does not. Worm. Absolutely matters. Rim protector absolutely matters. Post move lockdown absolutely matters. Moving truck absolutely matters. Rebound chaser absolutely matters. Off ball pass matters. Box matters. So those are the badges that we're talking about here. Green machine, corner specialist, clutch shooter, other ones. Like, to say that they are none of them matter is just blasphemy.
Unless you're swinging on defense and switching every
I agree with most of what DBG is saying, but you can't put them at the same tier.
This Simmons though is S tier. He's not that much better, but he's better.
As long as you do that, DBG, that's fine.
Over Simmons, yes.
Heck no. No way.
You have to take AK over Simmons? No.
No way.
AK and Hito are better, but...
No. What?
Ben
you
Wallace,
said Hito is better than Ben Simmons? Oh, my DBG. Ben Wallace is not better than Anthony Davis. Either of those Anthony Davises.
BC?
He's
C.
I like it. I like what we got going on here.
A for Bill Russell.
That's fine. That's okay.
I really, really like Ben Wallace. I think his release is really easy.
He's talking about Bill Russell, I think.
Especially next.
Is he talking about Bill Russell?
I think his movement is good.
I do like Bill, though. He's my power forward and my no money spent.
Here. I really don't.
He's not wrong.
Like, I think he's one of the more versatile cards in the game.
He's just the card if you grind it for you can
his stats when you have floor general and defensive leader are essentially 99 everything.
Whoa, was he talking about Ben Wallace? I do not like Ben Wallace if that's who he was talking about.
Blake A.
Blake is so good on current gen. I get it, he's not good on next gen, but on current gen he's immaculate.
Like,
he is
Blake
so
release
good.
is nowhere near as good. I was messing around with I've not used this specific Blake on next gen, but I've used the other Blake. Because the best thing about this Blake is his release. I've used the other Blake who still has the same release. And I'm
Blake does
sure
a lot good. Really on current gen, his player model is immaculate.
On current gen. And both Blakes, the other Dark Matter Blake is one of the more underrated cards in current gen. It really is. But
it's just like, what are you gonna do with him?
I
mean, if you can't play him at point guard, he's just not it.
Bars Diao A. Diao, absolutely fantastic, lads.
I'm fine with that. I will say I don't necessarily love the Gallo base on very quick, but I'm fine with Boris Diaw being A. He's so good. Yeah, you look at the stats and badges, he's immaculate.
He's one of my favorite players in this game at that point guard position. Gallo base, one of the best releases in the game. His move.
Not on current gen. I'm not trying to bash it, but it's not as good on current gen as it is on next gen.
Again, he's another one with defensive leader and floor general. Not even with a coach. With defensive leader and floor general, I think 80% of his stats go up to 99. You don't even need a coach for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's that and badge-wise, he's immaculate.
The only
and that's the
stat
thing.
you can't get to
badges
99,
for Boris
sure
Diaw is so good.
And again, it's diminishing returns once you go above 85 for that. Diaw, essentially an invincible card, and I love Gallo base, so
that's fine. If you like the Gallinari base,
for me,
that's fine.
Diaw is
that's
definitely
okay
in the. He's not in the best tier. He's not Hito. At the end of the day, he's not Hito.
Why are we gassing Hito?
He's not far off. Cam, a small bit worse, but Cam.
You got Cam Reddish in B tier. For what?
Not bad.
For what, DBG? Watch my No Money Spent today. Cam Reddish was one of the best players on the court. The dude is incredible. And y'all want to know who's on my No Money Spent? I got Bobo, Wiseman, Taco, Simbular, Danny Ferry, and Cam Reddish is a top player.
Like, I've used Cam. He's fine. He's he's very, very good.
He's fine.
He's definitely better than Allen Houston.
Not even close. Not even comparable. Throw everything out the window. It's not even comparable.
An overall good card.
Yeah.
Carmelo
good
Anthony.
card.
G.
Good card. Good card.
This is good on next gen.
Good
this guy's
Lord,
not terrible
DBG.
on next gen, but he's.
You got Carmelo Anthony
right.
in D tier. He should be an E or F.
He's all
quite
right on
honestly.
current gen.
He should be an E or F.
I'm gonna go E tier with Caron Butler.
Get these bona fide
like
scrubs off my screen.
17.
I was in a good
like
mood until I saw where you put Cam Reddish.
Like, it is
You better
definitely
even
one of
not-
the weaker releases as far as
You set a
cards
bad
on this specific
precedent.
list. I don't think he's as good as Carmelo.
I have not used either of the cards, so I have no
I
idea.
really don't think he's as good as
Like,
Invincible
I've
Carmelo.
used Melo before, but not
Although
the Invincible one.
Carmelo is poor in my opinion.
Yeah, why is he even at D tier?
I'm not a fan
I don't
of
like
Invincible
Melo. I know you don't like Melo, so why is he in D tier?
So then we got Bosch.
Bosch is okay.
Bosch is gonna go B tier. Bosch is really good though.
He's okay. I like B tier
If
for
you want
Bosch.
to
That's
argue
where he
Bosch
belongs.
should be one tier higher,
You could.
be my guest.
I'll take Bill Russell over Bosch.
Be my
though,
guest.
probably.
Bosch is really good.
The
Bosch
release
is probably
is a
the best
cheese
player
ball.
in this tier right now. But
Maybe. Well, not above Cam Reddish,
is
no.
Bosch as good as Bill Russell? I don't think
He's
so.
not as good as Cam Reddish.
Bosch
Let's
as
just
good
put that out
as
there.
Blake, I don't think so. Is he as good as Bars Diaw? A power forward, he's better, but Barkley has a point guard. Weber, I think Weber versus Bosch, they're different type of players, but that's a debate.
I mean, they're just different positions. But to put Cam Reddish at the same tier as Chris Webber is just disrespectful to Cam Reddish.
That is a debate.
And I know a lot of people would like Chris Webber, and Chris
Webber's
Webber
really,
should be
really
at
good.
B tier. That's where he belongs. But Cam Reddish should
Again,
be at A
a
tier.
great
It's
shooter.
not even close.
One of my favorite players.
Cam
in
Reddish
this
is an
game
A
Chris
tier
Webber.
player, and it's easy A tier.
He's
It's not
one
even
of my
close.
favorite cards in the game. I'm such a huge fan of Chris Webber.
He's fine. I do not like
Then we
Webber.
got Dame.
He
F
stinks.
tier. I'm not gonna say Dame is worthless,
He stinks.
but I mean Dame's not good.
Is he gonna go
Dame's
S
not
or
good at
A
all.
for Danny Ferry? That's what I'm
And
into.
next guy on this list, I mean, considering the fact that I've already told you guys I prefer Hito and AK to Ben Simmons, you know for a fact Danny Ferry's going into S tier.
That's fine.
I would probably put the other Danny Ferry. I don't think there's much of a difference at all between the two Danny Ferrys. I've used both of them on the same team. Like, again, yeah, could it make a difference if you're playing this game for a lot of money and you're
It
playing
doesn't matter. It's gonna make a difference either
competitive
way.
settings where every little thing matters? Could it make a difference? Yes. Is it going to make a difference if you're just play
DBG
2-3
is
unlimited
right
games
with
a
what
day?
he is saying,
No,
though.
it's not
DBG
gonna
is right. Yeah, I will
Even
give
if
him
you've got
credit.
a 95 win record, you're not going to notice the difference between the Ferries. You're really not.
I mean, it might. Probably not, but you can say that about anything. Like, you can literally say that about anything, DBG. But the thing is, if somebody has 20 plus more Hall of Fame badges, that matters. Like, to say it doesn't matter
Again,
is
the
wrong.
30 extra Hall of Fame badges,
30,
I
my fault.
reckon 3 of them maybe actually matter.
What are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about here? Why are we saying 3 of the Hall of Fame badges matter? I mean, you wanna look at all the Hall of Fame badges? I'll tell you what one matters, okay? I'll actually tell you. Consistent finisher matters, okay? We'll keep going. None pro touch a little bit, but not really enough to say much. Ankle breaker, dimer, both of those matter quite a bit. Needle threader matters. Space creator, stop and go, all those matter. Tie handles gets downgraded, but again, unless you play triple threat, it's not gonna matter. Worm, trapper, tireless defender, rebound chaser, post move lockdown, pickpocket, pick dodger, moving truck, lightning reflexes. Those badges all matter. In case you didn't know, chase honest matters. And then moving to shooting, he's got basically everything outside of green machine, which matters a little bit in clutch shooter. So to say only 3 of those badges matter is just incorrect. I would say DBG is
Like,
right though.
you're not gonna notice
you're
the
not
difference
probably
in
not gonna
rim
notice
protector.
a different
Unless,
DBG.
of course, you're playing on current gen.
But basically what he's saying, he's devaluing badges and rim protector. Rim protector is such an important badge.
And you are switching and getting a bunch of chase down blocks and facing someone who's looking for showtimes, which doesn't happen often in Unlimited. In a tournament setting, yes, of course. There's quite a difference between the fairies.
But even in Unlimited, you notice it. Like, even when I'm playing on my no money spend account, I notice Hall of Fame badges.
D-Rob A. He's absolutely chicken. Moves really well.
On next gen, maybe. I do not like this card on current gen one bit.
D-Rob is so nice in this game.
I do not like him.
So good
A's fine, but I do not like him. Aiton's good. C is probably right, but I don't mind.
Right, he's gonna have C tier.
Like I said, C is probably objectively right, but again, I do not mind DeAndre Ayton one bit.
He shoots the ball well. Again, movement is good. There's nothing really. It's hard to say there's something wrong with this DeAndre Ayton.
There's not. There's no flaws in the card at all.
Nothing wrong with him in game. He's just not spectacular. Buggy D.
I do not like DeMarcus Cousins. He should be better than he is.
Build.
He should be better than he is.
Dribble sigs. He's
got a good player build on current gen. I mean, a wide player build. I would say.
He just can't move on next gen.
But even current gen, he's not as good as he should be. Rodman
F, but I actually don't mind him.
How are you going to put a card in F and say you don't mind him? The card stinks, guys.
He's not horrendous.
He is horrendous. He absolutely is.
If you need to use Rodman, he's fine.
No,
like, there are situations where you might end up having to use Rodman in game.
And what is Chicago Bulls?
If you want to use like Bulls theme squads.
I mean, that's it though.
Trust me,
he's the best Dennis Rodman
on next gen, which is a surprise. I was surprised at how good that release is on next gen. Darren Williams is going into F tier as well.
That's fine.
He's going into F tier as well.
Probably where
his jumper is.
Where is he going to put Dikembe? I'm intrigued here.
His jumper is really not great. His jumper is great. Everything else about him is not great. He would actually be. I would put him a tier higher if he had blinders like the other Darren Williams.
I ain't gonna lie. The other Darren on next gen for his time was actually solid.
Was actually solid on next gen. Obviously, at this stage of the game, he's too small to be great. But I mean,
yeah, don't use him at this stage.
Mediocre. He's not too small to be mediocre on next gen. So for that reason, yeah, he's going this tier. We're gonna go B tier for Dikembe.
I don't mind
Dikembe might feel a bit hard done by putting Dikembe in this tier, but
the problem is, do I prefer Dikembe to a guy like David Robinson? I personally do, but I don't mind him at B tier.
I don't know.
You got AD and Chris Bosh there.
I think he's really good. And
that's where he has to be.
Outclassed.
Can you put Cam Reddish in A tier though?
Like, if you want to put
like what are we talking about? Cam Reddish is not in A tier right now.
Dirk. I hate 94. Give me Dikembe over Dirk.
As long as he's at B tier. I know DBG does not like Dirk, so I was scared he'd put him in C tier. If you want to put Dirk in B tier, that's fine. Do I like him more than David Robinson? Yes, I do.
Still gonna put Dirk in this tier, but I don't like Dirk.
I like Dirk. I do like Dirk.
One of my least favorite releases in the game.
I like the release on current gen.
It's a Devin Booker release on
current gen. I definitely.
I don't know why because I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it on Sexton. I hate
DBG. Maybe you need to try it again though. Like sometimes you just need to try it again.
I hate Dirk shooting. Draymond, I'm sorry, at this stage in the game, Draymond's D tier.
Draymond had his time early on in this game, but he's just not it. I feel like that's always going to be Draymond. I think that's always how it's going to be. Now, Hondo's not on this list, but Hondo's probably A tier, maybe B tier.
Dwayne Wade, I mean, in the right hands, Dwayne Wade is a demon, but he is C tier.
Hondo probably would be B tier. I can't go A tier. He'd probably go B tier.
I mean, in the right hands, he's a demon, but he's also a
and that's the thing, he's just small.
Of Hito and AK and like there's very few.
But it's hard to compare them. Like Hito and AK are just different. Like they can't curry, so they're just different. Wade and Hondo are just gonna move better. Hito does move though. Hito moves way better than AK.
Wade's the best player in C tier. He might get moved up. Eddie freaking Curry.
See?
He's not as good as Mutombo.
No, or Dirk.
And he's not as good as Chris Bosh, so he's gonna go C tier.
C probably is where he belongs.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. A because I'm gonna have 3 point guards in. 3 guys to play point guard.
Why is he putting Hito Turkoglu in
really
S?
This Giannis.
A.
Like I'm gonna have more than 10 players in S tier, I reckon.
Okay, if you want to, then you can put him in S. On next gen, I think he is S. On current gen, I don't think he's S.
It'll be interesting because they give Magic
because on current gen, the problem is it's so hard to agree with him. On next gen, he's Chad,
which is very, very strange. it's very, very strange that they gave Magic a GOAT card, which means that only one of Giannis or Kareem
that is
get
interesting.
That last GOAT card, which is an interesting.
Are they not going to give one to
Hill.
Giannis?
I think Grant's release keeps him off the top 2 tiers, but he's really good.
That's a good spot for
really
Grant.
Good.
I would say Cam Reddish is a lot better than Grant Hill, and if Grant Hill's B tier, then Cam Reddish is at least A tier.
Greg Oden.
Get Greg Oden off my screen.
A tier below
That dude
DeAndre
stinks.
Ayton and Eddie Curry.
Greg Oden's
Again,
unusable because of that
he's got
release.
a bit of everything.
But his release is
He
terrible,
is
DBG.
absolutely-
If you have set shot 16, you
absolutely got a
cannot
bit of
be
everything in
used.
game.
You cannot be used. I'm
Like,
sorry. You can't
he's
be
a,
used. Stop. You cannot be used. Next. You can't
That's
be
all
used.
he needs. If he could shoot, he would be
But he can't.
one of the best
And it is
centers
the
in
end of
game.
July.
But base 6 or set shot 16, yeah, it's not great. Hakeem, set shot 18.
They stink.
But Hakeem's going to go into C tier.
The other Hakeem's not
I would
good
honestly
either.
I think Hakeem, Invincible Hakeem, Eddie Curry are all kind of similar level. I think
Hakeem had his
Kemba's a
time.
step
The
above those
Galaxy
guys.
Opal one did. But
it's
he's just
close.
not good.
Invincible Hakeem, gonna put Hakeem in the same level.
He's
but
not
again,
good.
like the gap between Hakeem versus Dikembe is non-existent. It is non.
I think there's a gap. I personally do.
Hito Turkoglu get into S tier, base 98. Like anyone said,
I mean, that's fine. I'd have him at A tier, but that's
I'm
fine.
not being biased because he's Hito. I mean, Hito versus AK is literally preference, and I've got AK. I had AK
It is preference. AK is way better defensively. He is better offensively.
number
so
one
it
on my
is.
tier list. There's a reason why anytime I go back to current gen, if you guys were watching me during the charity stream, I dropped like 42 points with Hito Turkoglu, and he only played half a game.
He's super good on offense, and against the guy,
players.
or even in unlimited, he's going to be good. But
Then we
he's
got
not my
Harden.
best player in the game. He's A tier for me.
I'm only putting Harden. I'm putting Harden in E tier. I'm putting him 1 tier above.
I'd have a Harden in D tier.
Darren Williams.
I think
He's
he's
not
better
bad.
than Carmelo Anthony.
mean, I
I'd
don't-
rather go into like a competitive game with James Harden than Carmelo Anthony,
I think
probably.
he's great.
That's me personally, though.
I'm really
I'd probably
not a
try running
fan of
Harden at the
in this
2 or
game.
something. I could not run Melo,
I
though.
dislike him. I just don't think he's spectacular.
Wiseman.
Then we got Wiseman.
He'd be S for me. I love James Wiseman. The more I use
mean,
James
I'm
Wiseman, the more I like him.
He's gonna go best in A for now, but he might go up.
I love James Wiseman.
This card and the Opal. Man, the Opal is still so good.
I do not like the Opal.
On
I don't.
current gen, apparently there's a difference.
And maybe it's just me, but I did not like the Opal. But the
Anytime
Dark
I've used
Matter
Opal,
is
I like them.
incredible.
Anytime I've used this card, I've liked them on current gen. Apparently there's a difference on current gen.
Maybe that's me.
Next gen,
Maybe I'm like I don't
they
know.
feel
But the
the
Dark Matter James
feel the
Wiseman
exact
is
same
so elite.
Jaylen Brown.
Not use the card.
6'6".
I mean,
He's like a much worse version of Cam Reddish. If you want to move him to C tier, that's
why are you even comparing Cam Reddish to Jaylen Brown? I just don't get it. You just find every reason to hate on Cam Reddish that you can. I'll really drop you off with
But,
Cam.
I think D's fine. Tatum.
He should be in the middle.
I mean,
tier.
Tatum's a good shooter. Is Tatum better than Reddish?
No.
Probably not.
Because
Is
Cam's
Tatum
that
better
good
to 3 than Jameson? No.
Yes.
Is Tatum better than Jameson in general? No.
on current.
I'm just
gen,
gonna put
yes.
that out there. Is Tatum better than Jameson? No.
Current gen, yes.
What you call it's better than
You say Exum's better than that, but
I
Jason
believe
Tatum's
that
release is
Exum's
so
better
easy
than
to bring.
107, and they've got very similar stats and are the same height. Okay, then we got Lin.
He's terrible.
Lin's going worthless. I hate him.
I'm
so
gonna be
much.
intrigued to see where he puts Jimmy Butler. I'm gonna be
Jeremy
super intrigued to see where he puts Jimmy Butler.
I think he's terrible. Jimmy Buckets, short wingspan, get into C tier. If you want to put Jimmy Butler into B tier, that's fine.
Round
Is
of
he better than
applause
Cam Reddish?
for
No, he's not. Let's put him
one
into C
way
tier.
Mick.
John
Round of applause.
Collins.
Jimmy is not
I
it.
like John Collins.
You
I
like
don't
D.
love John Collins.
He's just 6'9".
He's got
I mean,
a
that's the
decent
problem.
jump shot.
If you're 6'9", you're gonna struggle just a little bit.
I prefer Ben Wallace.
I don't like Ben
John
Wallace
Collins
either,
might get
though.
moved up. He's gonna go top.
I don't like
three.
Ben Wallace either.
Jonathan Isaac.
He's at least B
A.
tier. Oh my! This is a proud time moment. Oh my goodness, DBG. This is a proud moment. This is really proud that you put Jonathan Isaac over Anton Jameson. This is a proud moment. I love it. I absolutely love it. I thought you were gonna go B tier with it. I thought you might go C tier with it, but I didn't know you like Jonathan Isaac the way you do. I love this.
Isaac is elite.
That's my
absolutely
proudest
good.
moment of watching
The
this video
shooter,
today.
the movement.
Is the fact that you put Jonathan
I mean,
Isaac at A
everything
tier.
about Jonathan
He is
Isaac
better on
is
next gen than current gen.
absolutely
I want to
elite.
make that known, but he's good on current gen too.
Josh Smith.
I'm not a fan
love
of Josh Smith's
Smith, but he's
release.
down B tier.
I'm not a fan of his release.
I
but he's good.
really like Josh Smith. I think Everything about him's good. I think that release is chicken.
I'm not good with
dunking, his defense,
current gen,
everything about him's great. I don't think he's that much better than the
Opal.
Galaxy Opal, but I love that.
That's right. JR, man.
JR.
Where are you going? D?
F.
Objectively, though, DBG, is he F tier? No. He's better than all those guys at F tier.
Nah, screw it. Let's put JR in E tier. I have the card, don't like him.
He's better than the guys
Dr.
at F, though.
J.
B?
I mean, I get it. He's got 70 Hoff badges, but
He's
like,
a B tier player.
let's be real. There are only
He is
about
better than Jimmy Butler,
45,
though.
50 Hoff badges that matter for a 6'6" guard, and like
55,
not all.
maybe.
Like the fact he's at 70 is just a number. It was like when people went crazy when Alvin Adams had 70 total badges. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter that much.
It does. Alvin Adams was just a bad player to give him to. For example, to put this in kind of perspective to you guys, like badges matter quite a bit overall. So if a card only gets like 50 total badges in today's game, it'll hurt them a little bit. Most of the badges that do matter, 55, 60 of them do matter. Now, when you start talking about, deep fades, deep hooks, those type of badges, then that's when we start talking.
So he's gonna go into
B tier is fine though. Whoa.
I'll put him in reluctant B.
Put him in B
I think
tier.
Rudy's better. I think.
Me too.
Okay, I'm gonna go Kareem. Kareem in A.
He's upper A. If you want to put him in S, you absolutely can.
Maybe moved up to S. I've seen some people have a lot of success with him on next gen.
He's good on both gens.
I do think we get Go Kareem, or we're definitely getting another version of Kareem, by the way, this year. That is going to
Imagine if we can get like a shooting guard
one of the best cards in
Reem.
the game.
Oh,
We're gonna
my
get
gosh.
some other version of Kareem.
I want a
at
shooting
35
guard
and
KP.
move really well.
That's who I want.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be elite. But look, if you're on current gen, he's S. If you're on next gen,
Let's say I think he's S on current gen.
So Cat.
He's not very good.
I mean, Cat's down with Greg Oden. Fine at everything, but his release is horrendous.
Cat's release is way better
Kawhi
than Greg's,
Leonard.
though. You got to go A with
Kawhi's
both
going
of them,
A
I
tier.
think.
I like Kawhi.
I put the Invincible
I
one
actually
in
kind
S
of think
tier.
both Kawhis are the same.
They are.
Is there a difference between the Kawhis? Yes. Is there?
The difference in the Kawhis is so tiny. That might be the slightest difference in anything. I'd still separate them just because I think Kawhi's making my best squad over Hedo Turkoglu, though. So that's kind of where you prioritize things. I like Kawhi more than Hedo. It's just that
Is there a
simple.
noticeable difference? No. Is there any reason, unless you're playing this game for money or you have unlimited MT at the end of the year?
But
why
I
you
mean,
cannot-
the difference in prices aren't that much
This
right
Kawhi-
now.
this Kawhi-
I mean, the difference in prices is
But,
like 50,000 MT, so it's not even that
Yeah,
much
that is pretty much it.
for the big ballers out there.
Then we have got Kevin Durant right here.
I'm gonna be intrigued to see what
Kevin
he does.
Durant. I'm gonna go
Look, he's
A
unusable
tier,
in
B
current
tier for
gen.
Kevin Durant.
I
A
will
tier, B
never
tier.
use that Kevin Durant. I've yet to play a dude that can green a 3-pointer with that Kevin Durant card without takeover. I just haven't. And they've taken 15, 23s. Nobody greens with him.
Aren't that high on KD? I am really high on him.
Not on
Anytime
current
I've
gen.
used KD base, I'm very quick. When I go back to current gen, I'm not too bad with it.
I need to pull up the receipts. If you guys got receipts of DBG greening a shot with that Kevin Durant on very quick more than once, let me see it.
But
I'd be intrigued to
he's
see
a
it.
good shooter. He's got really, really nice length. Good dribbler, especially on next gen. And KD's just
He's
the
better
best.
on next gen, though. KG, get him off my screen.
D tier for Kevin Garnett.
Get him off
He's not
my
as good as
screen.
AD in my
Get
opinion.
him off my screen.
He's
As
better.
much as I like Kevin Garnett, he stinks.
Nah, screw it. Kevin Garnett goes C tier. Kevin
That's
Garnett
fine.
goes C tier.
That's fine. I don't
Kevin
like the
Porter
card at
Jr.
all.
He's a little bit better than J.R. Smith. And when I mean a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean a tiny bit better.
Where are you going to put Klay B?
He's
Bro,
just
DBG, man. You're comparing Klay Thompson to Carmelo Anthony right now. Are you okay?
he's fine. He's a cone.
No way you're taking Allen Houston over Klay Thompson, DBG. There's just objectively no way you're doing that right now. That's
Kobe.
bad. That's bad, guys.
My opinion, J.R. Smith's better than
And
Kobe.
this tier list has not been that bad, but that's bad
But again,
right
he's
there.
not bad. This Kobe right here.
We're going to go B tier, A tier?
We're gonna go B. I think Kobe's so good though. I'm such a huge fan of Kobe Bryant in my team.
I am not. If you want a Kobe,
don't
gotta
know.
hype up Kobe. I'm not the guy.
One of the Kobe's in A because of just how much I like Kobe Bryant.
That's
in my
fine,
team.
I guess.
But at the end of the day,
I
is
do
he
not
the
like
best
Kobe.
card in the world?
No.
Probably not. Like I know a lot of people aren't really too high on Kobe.
I'm one of
I just
them. I'm
think
not
his
high on
release
Kobe.
is
He's fine
probably
though.
in the top 5 easiest ones to green on my team. So I'm going to put one of the Kobe's in A tier.
Not on current
Honestly,
gen.
if you're on current gen, I would go like this. If you're on next gen, I would go like this. So
that's fine.
considering I'm a next gen.
I'd have neither. I'd have no Kobe's in A tier probably.
Kristaps.
Where's he gonna put Invincible KD?
I don't think there's much of a difference between the Kristaps. I've used both the Kristaps. I don't think there's much of a difference. I really don't.
DBG though, there's 20 Hall of Fame bat.
I think,
maybe with KP there's 15. Speed and lateral quickness are better though.
Like this is the 1 year more than ever. Tactically downgrading just makes sense.
It does. You're right. For MT wise, budget wise, value wise, you're
I'm gonna go
right.
Kristaps up high because
but
I do
to say there's no difference is wrong.
In a weird situation, I actually think Pink Dot and Bobo is better than both Kristaps. Yeah, I'm gonna move him down.
I don't know about the Pink Diamond Bobo being better than the Invincible Kristaps DBG. With all due respect, it is to Bobo and how much I love him. I just don't know.
Odom, C. He's fine.
I'm gonna be intrigued to see where he puts
LaMelo,
all the Giants though.
B maybe.
I do not like LaMelo Ball. That's a stretch.
It's a tough one. If I put LaMelo Ball in B tier? I like him.
I do not. I have him in C tier.
He's
Can we get Klay out of D tier?
Base 38 is one of my.
Can we please get
favorite
Klay out of D tier?
I'm not gonna say it's even in my top 3 or 4 favorite release in the game, but it's a really good release. And LaMelo.
I don't like LaMelo's release like that.
And there's just something about LaMelo. If you use LaMelo, it's the same last year. His movement is just different. And I remember even when I was messing around with the LaMelo Ball, even the Emerald at the start of the year, I actually really enjoyed that card.
I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna argue it. I just
Ball
am not the highest on LaMelo Ball.
Larry
Legend. I mean,
put Larry in B tier.
As much as I like
Legend,
Larry
Larry
Legend,
better
he's
than
probably
Jameson
B
or
tier.
Jason Tatum. That's debatable.
It is. I think he is, but.
And we got LeBron's.
Point guard Bron, where are you going with?
I'm gonna move the USA LeBron, Space Jam Bron. I'm gonna probably move 2 LeBrons into, because I think LeBron's better at 2-guard position or point guard. I'm actually gonna move 2 LeBrons up to S tier. I think X and Bron is one of the best players in the game. I'm gonna put this LeBron in B tier.
I think that's where I would have had that Bron.
I'm gonna put this LeBron in A.
Invincible Bron A.
Even though
I like what DBG did there. Goat Bron's the best overall because he can play point guard, but I like what he did.
Technically worse than
the Invincible Bron.
Invincible
Bron. It's close.
Badge
wise, he has more.
Tier. And then Goat LeBron is Goat LeBron. Okay, Alonzo Ball. C. He's a little bit worse than LaMelo.
I like Lonzo. I prefer Lonzo than LaMelo.
Doncic.
A, is that where you're going? That's fine.
I mean, X and base. He's just. Imagine if you could play.
He's my starting point guard on my no money spent. So
has the thing with Doncic. Okay, Magic. So I'm gonna put the 2 Magic cards in the same tier. And
I don't like Magic.
I'm putting Magic Johnson in B tier.
That's fine.
And let me explain why.
That's fine. I do not like Magic Johnson though.
I don't think these guys are that like. If they're better, it's preference between them and like point guard LeBron.
It is, and it just comes down to neither of those guys got good releases.
It's preference between
Magic's release
and
is just not it. It's just
because
the way it is.
all the Magic Johnsons have the Magic Johnson release, and like I know you might be saying, oh, last year everyone loved Magic. Yes, but last year we didn't have 100,000 demigods in this game.
And the Pro 3 that Magic had was just different.
Last year, Hito Turkoglu didn't have base 98. Last year, I'm pretty sure the only tall player with base 98 we had was Thaddeus Young. We were even running Thaddeus Young last year because of base 98. We didn't have a Simmons. Well, we did. NBA is back actually came out on like the 31st of July.
It came out super late.
We didn't yet have a god tier Simmons. Like, yeah, we love Magic Johnson, but we didn't have 100 god tier.
And that's so true. We got so many good players this year.
Jordan.
I'm just not a big fan of MJ. I'm just not. That's fine.
A tier for Goat Jordan. I'm going to go B for Invincible. Invincible is really good, though. They're both really good.
He's fine. If you're a big MJ fan, you can absolutely use him.
Best to be played at the 2, though.
I do not like Michael Porter Jr. I will say this.
Michael Porter Jr.
C tier for me.
B tier again. Is
That's
MPJ
fine.
Better than Tatum?
No, heck
Larry
no.
Bird, maybe,
no.
maybe not. Yao Ming.
S.
As much as I do prefer personally Bradley and Zimvular and Taco to Yao.
No,
I mean Yao's
maybe Taco, but on current gen Yao is tough.
the top.
Offensively, especially.
No
Defensively, he's not as good. I don't think.
Mo Bamba. B.
And say you've been hyping Mo Bamba up, DBG.
Mo
No way you're
Bamba's
putting him. And say no way you're putting him in C tier. You've been hyping him up.
I'm pretty sure he came out the same day as
The spotlights or
Spotlight Sims, I
yeah,
think.
because nobody really ever
I don't think
ripped
anyone
those
even
packs.
realized how good Mo Bamba was. But no, Mo Bamba's fantastic. He is absolutely.
He's a card
fantastic.
I low-key wish
got
was
Moses
relevant for a
Malone.
time, though.
I'm going to put Moses Malone 1 tier below Bill Russell.
B,
because
that's
I
fine.
genuinely just think he's worse Bill Russell.
If you did grind for Moses Malone, he's more than usable, though.
He is
I want to
so
say
chicken
that,
because he's got upper 8. He's got the most underrated thing in the game, upper 8. Like, upper 8 is almost as good as having base 98. I'm just going to say it right now. Surprise.
Look, as much as uppers can mean in the game, it doesn't mean as much as DBG is saying. I'd rather have somebody with any Ray Allen base outside of the Jerry Lucas upper than what Moses Malone
was a
has.
base 28. It's like, nah, Gordon Hayward is base 28.
Gordon Hayward's chick, though. Uppers do matter, but it's not as important as everybody's saying. I don't think. It depends person to person, too, though.
It is the most
Whether
underrated
you
thing
really
in the
need a
game.
good upper or not.
Then we got Jokic.
I do not like
Jokic's on B
Jokic.
tier. I mean, Jokic is good on current gen. Jokic stinks on
He's
next gen.
fine on current gen.
Like,
Don't
Jokic
overstate it. Like, he is fine on
horrendous
current
next
gen.
He can run on the fast break. If you're pushing the floor on a fast break, that's fine. If you're looking to create with him off the dribble, yeah, that's not happening on next gen. That is not happening at all. I actually don't mind his base 38 on current gen. But
I just don't know. He feels kind of sluggish on
got
current gen,
B
too.
tier for Jokic. I'm going to go E tier for Oscar Robertson. I don't rate Oscar Robertson at all. If you ask me who I would take, Oscar Robertson or Kevin Porter.
Melo is
Jr.,
at D tier, though. But Melo is at D tier.
Actually, screw it. I'm actually going to move No, I'm going to move KPJ down one because I do believe they're all on a similar tier.
Can you move that bum Carmelo down,
maybe not
please?
this KPJ. If you were asking me who I would take, Oscar Robertson or the Opal KPJ, I would take the Opal KPJ in a heartbeat. Paul George, A.
Can you move Cam Reddish up, though, please,
Paul
DBG?
George is A tier.
With all due
respect,
respect,
Paul George is really.
So now Paul George is borderline S, and Cam Reddish is literally the same player. Bigger wingspan, not as tall. Come on, DBG.
He's just DBG. A lengthier and slightly better version of Cam Reddish.
Move Cam up. I know you want to.
Then we
I know you thought about it right there.
We got Paul Pierce. Pierce stinks.
He's bad.
Pierce is
some people try to tell me that Pierce is good and he stinks.
Penny Hardaway.
Penny's good.
B, but a high B. Penny versus LaMelo Ball versus Jordan.
Penny's way better than
point guard
LaMelo.
LeBron
Stop.
versus Magic. All preference. Ray Allen.
He's fine.
He's basically like better Houston, but doesn't have blinders. And it's a weird one because Ray Allen base is 100 times better on next gen than it is on current gen. And
boy, I don't know if it is. I mean, you're saying that, DBG, but I really don't know if it is. It is so good on current gen.
Current gen Ray Allen base on quick seems to be better than Ray Allen base on
It's
very
good
quick.
on both, though.
I'm trying to think of current gen. The only releases I'm pretty sure that are easier to green on very quick is like 98. Well, maybe it's because
I do not think 98's easier to green on very quick than the Ray Allen
play
base.
as pro am sharp and pro am point guard.
I don't think it is, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's it. Reggie Lewis. I prefer Reggie Lewis to these guys in D tier, but that's probably just...
Why is Klay in D tier? Where's he going to put RJ?
Barrett. I'm going to put him in B tier.
I think he is.
I think RJ Barrett's better than Ray. I think RJ Barrett's better than Houston. I think RJ Barrett's as good as Dr. J. Rudy Fernandez.
Maybe.
C tier, but
Rudy is good.
God, do I like Rudy Fernandez.
Rudy is good, guys.
He's so cheap that he's like a...
He's a good
like
budget
a
option.
Class of C tier for me than some of the other guys, where it's like some of these guys are C tier and I don't particularly like them. Rudy Fernandez is 10,000 MC and so fun.
I definitely do like Rudy Fernandez.
I don't know what it is about Rudy Fernandez, but there's just
maybe it's because I like the diamond so much, but at least something DBG and I definitely agree on.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter what gen I play with him. I play on with him. He is so good.
I like Rudy Fernandez.
Again, maybe it's because I liked Rudy Fernandez in real life. Maybe it's because I went to see Rudy Fernandez a couple of times to play for Real Madrid. Maybe it's because I love that diamond Rudy Fernandez.
That's probably what it is
and
for
maybe
me.
It's because it was one of those things that I called the second he was announced in packs. He was announced in packs before he came up on the database. And I remember saying it in the stream, and I was like, just wait, Rudy Fernandez was in the dunk contest and was a sniper. I was like, he is going to be one of the best cards in the game. Maybe it's because of all that, but I love Rudy Fernandez. Rudy A.
I like Rudy.
So good.
I don't really use him ever, but he's good.
He's so good. Rui Hachimura, wherever Carmelo Anthony is, he's a tier low. He's not bad.
Melo should be E tier too, DBG.
Melo, you're going up a tier.
Oh, what? maybe I'm biased, but that Melo on current gen is a bona fide scrub. Give me Allen Houston on over Melo on current gen. Why is Melo at C tier?
Yeah, Melo, you're going up a tier because you can play at the 2. He's basically Melo, but he can't play at the 2.
Melo stinks.
Westbrook F.
Melo absolutely
really not great,
stinks.
He's not horrific, but he's F. Scotty. I mean, C. Good defender.
Melo absolutely
Can't
stinks.
Shoot. Save his life, like if you want a cone, just get Robert Covington. If you want an absolutely elite tier defender who will occasionally hit a jump shot, just get Rocco.
He can't play the
Scotty
2,
C tier. Elliott B.
I like Sean Elliott, especially if you're on next gen.
That base 29 is so chicken.
I do like Sean Elliott on next gen.
Such a good release. He's 6'8" with a decent wingspan. Good movement wise. He's gonna go B tier. But
I'm actually stunned right now.
He's gonna go high C tier. He's gonna go high C tier.
That's
you
disrespectful.
You could argue in B tier, but I'm gonna put him high C.
You have him at the same tier as Carmelo Anthony. That's funny to me.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's funny to me.
Give me A tier for Shaq and Sim Vular. As I said, I prefer Sim to Yao. Sim's going S tier.
I got Sim at S.
Like whatever about. I will say this though, that Bradley is way better on next gen than he is on current gen.
Yes.
Like Bradley's probably, if you know what you're doing with Sean Bradley, he's probably the best of he's already the best of all of them.
I don't think he's quite as good on current gen though. Sean Bradley's a step lower.
Sim Vular with that Larry base, he's so like basically, Yao's faster. Sim is a way better shooter. So it all depends on what you need. If you're playing, again,
I don't think on current gen though. I agree more with Yao than about anybody on current
where
gen.
You need to rotate and bait lanes and do all this stuff. Yes, it's gonna be better. If you're a normal player where your center is just inside play and just spotting up shooting,
I still do not think Sim's better though.
Sim
DBG.
is without question the better of the 2.
I don't know.
Then we got Steph Curry.
That. For the value, absolutely, I agree.
I like Steph more than Westbrook, so I'm gonna put Steph in E.
Why do I see Carmelo Anthony
That's
at
just a personal bias
C tier?
one.
That's
Terry
just
Dishner,
terrible.
wherever I have RJ Barrett, like literally Terry Dishner is. If you look at their animations, they're the exact same. Their stats are basically the exact same.
They're the same. They're both fine cards too. All right, Terry plays for me on my no money spent.
They're the same damn card. Then we have got Thon Maker.
At least A tier. At least A tier.
Is going.
At least A tier. He's A tier DBG. Stop.
I'm gonna go low A tier for Thon Maker. I don't think he's in that like absolute.
I don't even think he's low A tier. I think he's A tier.
I do believe Ferry's better, but Thon's really good. Tim Duncan
stinks.
Like E tier.
That's fine.
E tier, he's bad. Tobias Harris.
Somebody told me the other day Tobias was good. I don't know. I haven't used the card, but somebody said he was good.
Kukoc does not exist, so he's going to DM. But Kukoc is a beast. Kukoc probably going like high B, low A. Tracy McGrady's.
Radioactive T-Mac is not it anymore.
B.
A
for the T-Max. If you are, I really like the T-Max. If you are on current gen, get the point guard T-Mac. Play him at the 2 though. Don't play T-Max at the 1. If you're on current gen, get the point guard T-Max. He's no blinders. If you're on next gen, you can afford him. Get this.
I definitely do agree with that though.
Because he has blinders. If you are on next gen, I would advise you to get this Tracy McGrady over this though. If you can't afford this team.
Nah, DBG's smart on that.
Vince, I have Vince.
He's just not it.
I have Vince. Thankfully I didn't grind him for myself, but again, it cost quite a lot of money. So I did a bit of the grinding, and Vince Carter is C tier. I didn't say
he's really not it. He's fine though. If you have Vince, he's usable, but he's not it.
Wilt at this stage in the game, I mean, is Wilt better than Cat? I don't know. This Wilt Chamberlain though, I love Set Shot 17, so I'm gonna be.
DBG, we got him in A tier.
I'm gonna put him into A tier.
No chance.
If you don't like Set Shot 17, he's B tier.
Either way, there's no chance he's A tier.
Zach LaVine,
especially on current gen. Maybe next gen wise he's fine. I don't know, but current gen he does not belong in A tier. Not even close.
I mean, is Zach LaVine better than Rudy?
I'd have the Space Jam AD over Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, good lord.
I don't know. So I'm gonna put Zach LaVine in C tier. Like,
why is Carmelo Anthony in C tier though?
He's one of the best shooters on next gen. It's like, is he better than Rudy Fernandez? I can't say that for sure.
Why is Melo at D tier?
That is pretty.
Or C tier. Why is Cam at B tier? Cam Reddish, the guys I would take at shooting guard over Cam. Maybe the idol's Kawhi, Invincible Kawhi. I don't see another shooting guard I'd take over him. It just doesn't make sense to me. Move Cam Reddish up, DBG. Move him up. Move him up. Move him up.
This is the final one of these I will be doing this year, lads. this is going to be the last one of these. So there's going to be
2K22 coming soon.
The final pink diamond and lower one's going to be the next day. And then we are right into the month of August, where we're going to be doing the final of all the position tier lists, starting on Saturday, I think. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Man, I mean, overall, I can't really say too much because the S tier, it's pretty decent. I wouldn't have Hito up there, but the rest is solid. Solid tier list from DBG, man. Again, massive shout out to him. Not the worst tier list. I hate Cam Reddish getting disrespected. And I'm not high on Melo. Am I wrong on Carmelo? Let me know that down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.